Good evening and welcome to Anglia Tonight. First, as the old year draws to a close, details of who's on the Queen's New Year's honours list have been revealed. Sporting stars, police and fire chiefs and a controversial sculptor are among those recognised in our region. Natalie Gray has the rundown.
Formula One world champion Jenson Button says getting an MBE is the crowning glory of a life-changing year. Driving for the Brackley-based Brawn GP in Northamptonshire, he won the individual crown and the team took the Constructors' Championship. Team principal Ross Brawn also gets a gong and OBE. Staying with sport, and former Northampton Saints coach Ian McGeechan will be knighted for his services to rugby. He's also coached the British and Irish Lions on overseas tours.
We really just can't believe it, and I'm still pinching myself now that it's actually happened.
The Suffolk painter and sculptor Maggie Hambling gets a CBE. She's best known for her controversial shell sculpture on Aldborough Beach, which is equally loved and loathed. Maggie Hambling, CBE, congratulations. How are you feeling this morning?
Well, rather full of flu and at the same time delighted. Certainly I feel as if there's been a royal endorsement of a jolly old scallop, which is great.
The Chief Constable of Cambridgeshire Police, Julie Spence OBE, is awarded the Queen's Police Medal. One of the most experienced soldiers in the Colchester-based Paras has become a member of the British Empire. Warrant Officer Class 1 Anthony Hobbins is the Regimental Sergeant Major of 2nd Battalion, the Parachute Regiment. Julian Sears, the Assistant Chief Fire Officer with Bedfordshire and Luton Fire and Rescue, gets a Queen's Fire Service Medal. Shirley Watson from Bedfordshire gets an MBE for setting up a support group for people with a blood disorder called ITP.
I was absolutely thrilled, and the news came the day before our 40th wedding anniversary, so extra celebration there.
Deborah Chedji from Norwich is made an MBE for helping drug addicts and prostitutes through a service called the Matrix Project.
Biggest shock of my life. I just couldn't believe it. When I received the letter, didn't open it for probably about 12 hours because I thought it was about going on jury service. Well, it is an honour, isn't it? It's wonderful.
And Cambridge Business Chief Michael Marshall is knighted.
And it couldn't have come at a better time. At the end of our centennial year, and there have been so many exciting things happening for all our staff during this year. And we had the Queen's visit here on November the 19th. And in many ways I regarded that as the icing on the cake. Well, this is the decoration on the icing.
They're the winners, but the losers were bankers and politicians who were largely snubbed in this year's gongs. Natalie Gray, Anglia News.
Say no more. Now, while more freezing weather is expected over the next few days, motorists are having to cope with the legacy of the last really cold spell. Potholes, freezing temperatures and a covering of ice and snow caused damage to hundreds of roads right across the region, as Matthew Hudson now reports.
Ouch. That could mean an unhappy start to the new year. Who needs a garage build just after Christmas? But like death and taxes, potholes after wintry weather seem to be an inescapable part of life. Towns and cities around the region are affected. Cambridge's roads are looking increasingly like Swiss cheese.
So why do we get potholes at this time of year? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Water gets into the cracks in the tarmac, and if that water freezes, the ice expands, breaking up the tarmac. Vehicles repeatedly going through it just makes the hole larger.
The sheer number of buses and other vehicles pounding the city's streets day in, day out means holes can rapidly increase in size. Budget constraints often mean running repairs rather than a new surface. So this was Chesterton High Street today. The same story near Grantchester, while the railway bridge at Great Shelford is particularly pitted. It's bad news for drivers, worse perhaps for the city's many, many cyclists who've reported accidents and injuries.
Get it sorted, get them repaired, but you complain, but nothing seems to get done. So what else can you do?
It's quite dangerous. Yeah.
Cherry Hinton on the outskirts of the city has more than its fair share of holes. Local county councillor Christine Carter wants action before more people are hurt.
The potholes from last year are still as bad, and as you can see this year we've had another spate of potholes, and I'm extremely concerned that cyclists and young children and elderly people are going to get seriously hurt.
The council wants anyone who's concerned to report potholes. Teams should start the seemingly endless job of filling them in over the next few days. Matthew Hudson, Anglia News in Cambridge.
Right, some more of our news in brief now. And police divers searching for a 22-year-old man who went missing in Chelmsford on December the 19th have found a body. Adam Parsfield disappeared while on a night out in the town centre. Today, the body of a young man was found in the River Chelmer near the Meadows shopping centre. Meanwhile, police in Bedford have named the man who was found in the River Great Ouse on Boxing Day. Police are asking for the public's help in piecing together the last movements of 22-year-old Vinod Teji.